position, kind of resting your the back of your body against the backrest of your chair. And kind of think about grounding down through the sit bones, maybe taking a breath in and reaching your arms up over your head just to find some length, maybe side bending a little bit to either side, and then just relaxing your arms onto your lap, just finding a comfortable spot. Take a nice cleansing breath. Deep inhale through the nose, big exhale through the mouth. Good. A little bit deeper and bigger this time. Inhaling through the nose. Big heavy sigh through the mouth. Just allowing the eyes to close or taking the gaze down. Begin to notice your breath. The quality of your breath, the location of your breath. Notice what comes up for you today. What feelings or emotions? Notice how your body feels. Areas of tension or pain or discomfort. And then with all of those things in mind, bring some attention to your heart center. Think about the area in the center of your chest providing love and kindness for yourself, for others in your life, for our community in Minneapolis and Minnesota and throughout the world. Oftentimes it might seem like what we do isn't enough, but I invite you to think about how small acts of love and kindness done by you may influence others in your life. So I have a quote in Deborah Adele's Yamas and Niyamas book. So as you continue to breathe, you can just think about this. So this comes from one of our core principles of yoga, which is nonviolence, which I thought was applicable for today. So she says, "Storms rage about me. I calm my heart and send out ribbons of peace." So as we practice today, thinking about cultivating some of that inner love and kindness inside of us that we can send out into the world, whether it be a stranger that we pass in the hallway or on the street or someone that we know. Continuing to breathe deeply. If you haven't already, shift the breath low into the belly, inhaling for a count of 3 or 4. Let the belly relax and fill with air as the diaphragm descends. And then as you exhale, just slowly drawing the navel into the spine. Doing that a few more times at your own pace. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. As you breathe in, think about bringing in that sense of love, kindness, and peace. As you breathe out, think about releasing anxiety, fear, hatred. Continuing to inhale and exhale, come up with something that your body needs today. Think about bringing that in as you draw the breath in. And as you exhale, think about getting rid of something that's not serving you well. Take 3 more breath cycles at your own pace. Continuing to breathe deeply around the heart center, set an intention for your practice today. Take 1 more cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. And start to circle out the wrists. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like, or open them up, it doesn't matter. Moving them in one direction, and then the opposite direction. And bending and straightening the elbows a few times, just starting to move the body a little bit. And then start to roll the shoulders up and back a few times. And then up and forward, softening the tops of the shoulders, the bottom of the neck. And then switch it to up and back, feeling that length into your spine. And then drawing those shoulders down and back, lifting the top of your head up. Go ahead and drop your right ear to your right shoulder. Let the head drop down to the chest, towards your heart, and then left ear to the left shoulder. Just moving at a range that feels good. Back down, chin to heart, right ear, right shoulder, chin to heart, left ear, left shoulder. Pause here. Reach through the right hand, open and close the hand if that feels good, or circle out the wrist. If it's available to you, you might take that left hand. Don't pull on the head, but just set it gently on the right temple area, just to provide some gentle overpressure. Again, not holding on too tightly to the head, but just inviting a little bit of a side stretch. Move that hand to the opposite temple and assist your head back to center. So nice and gentle, just coming back to that neutral position. Good. Go ahead and drop your chin down to the chest. And then slowly bring your right ear towards your right shoulder this time. Taking your right hand, setting it on the left temple, nice and gentle. And then extending that left arm out, maybe opening and closing or circling the wrist. Increasing blood flow here into the upper body. Take a couple nice deep breaths into that side of the neck, all the way into your arm. And moving your hand over to the opposite temple, assist your head back to center, nice and easy. Release your hands to your lap and lift your chin upward towards the ceiling. So start to feel a gentle lengthening at the base of the throat and the front of the neck. Not forcing anything, avoiding any pain or discomfort. Taking one more breath in here. As you exhale, releasing the head to center. Scoot a little bit more forward in your chair, grounding down through the sit bones in the feet. So cultivating that length into your spine. As you inhale, sit nice and tall. Come to your variation of seated cow pose. So tail is lifted, chin is lifted, heart lifts. Then as you exhale, round your spine. Tuck the tail under. Feel that length into the back body. Inhale, sit tall. Exploring what range you have. So maybe you pull the shoulder blades together a little bit more to open the heart. Exhale, tuck and round. Chin to the chest, separate the shoulder blades. Couple more times here. Inhale, sit tall, lengthen the front body. Shoulder blades draw together. Exhale, tuck and round. Shoulder blades separate. Breathe into the mid-back. Inhale, sit tall, seated cow. Exhale, tuck and round, seated cat. This time, if you'd like, inhale, seated cow. Turn the palms up, opening the chest a little bit further. Pull those shoulder blades together and breathe. Palms are open to the sky. Take one more breath in here. On an exhale, tuck and round. Turn the palms down. Separate the shoulder blades. Think about C-shaping your spine here. You might even shift your hips a little bit or shift your arms, exploring any motion that might feel good. On your next inhale, seated cow, palms open to the sky, chest lifts. Exhale, tuck and round. Seated cow. Seated cat, I mean. Inhale, sit nice and tall. This time, sweep your arms up over your head. And then as you exhale, go ahead and shift to the right side, side body stretch. Good, inhale, come back to center, lengthen, switch your grip if you'd like, and then side stretch to the left. Inhale, come back to center. As you exhale, release all the way down and forward fold over your legs. So this is really individual here. You might kind of bring your chest to your thighs. You might reach down further to your floor, but just find a little bit of rounding in the spine here. And if you're reaching down, maybe you're just shifting your weight a little bit from side to side, or kind of moving that upper body, breathing into the sides of the trunk, avoiding any pain or discomfort here. And then breathing in, come to a flat back. So perching forward over your legs here. We're in that halfway lift position. So your heart is lifted, your spine is long here. Grounding down through your feet. So your belly is drawing in, your shoulder blades are pulling together. Take a nice deep breath in here. As you exhale, forward fold again, just dangling that upper body or resting it on your thighs. Good. As you inhale, press through the thighs, come all the way up to sitting. Reach your arms up over your head, taking your time. And as you exhale, open the chest. Pull your shoulder blades towards your trunk. Lots of heart opening today, cultivating that love, kindness, and compassion. Use your inhale to reach up. And then as you exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, come back to center, lift up. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, back to center. Big exhale, forward fold, round your spine. Take a couple breaths here and forward fold, inhaling and exhaling. Then on your next inhale, halfway lift. So perching forward over your thighs, pull the shoulder blades together, lift the heart, take a breath in here. As you exhale, forward fold again, rounding over your legs or your thighs. Press into those feet. Inhale, bring your trunk up. Take your time. Sweep your arms up over your head. Beautiful. As you exhale, open the chest again. Pull the shoulder blades together. Good. One more time through. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, side stretch to the right. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, side stretch to the left. Inhale, reach up. Lengthen. Big exhale, forward fold. Round your spine. Belly draws in. Inhale, flat back. Shoulder blades together, belly in, halfway lift. Exhale, round your spine and fold. Inhale, press into your feet, take your time, come all the way up to sitting. Reach the arms up over your head. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Good. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up. This time as you exhale, I want you to take your left hand, bring it on the outside of your right knee. Start to turn and look back to that back right corner. So your back hand might come to the back edge of the seat or the side of the seat, but when you explore that twist, think about inhaling to lengthen and exhaling to rotate. So you're still keeping your heart open as you turn. Good, come back to center, lift both arms up, take a breath in, and then exhale, second side. So right hand on the outside of the left knee, sitting tall, create length in your spine. Exhaling to breathe. Twisting further only if it's available to you today. One more breath in. As you exhale, release back to center. If it's available to you, let's take that right leg and either hook it over the left leg, or if it's available to you, you can set it on the thigh. This might be a good place too if you need a towel. So if you have a towel that you could grab for a little bit of length. This is where in yoga we might use a strap, but we'll use a towel if that works. But we're looking to create that figure 4 position with the leg here. So this is a lot of external rotation in the hip. So if that doesn't work out for you, you might support yourself with a towel and just work towards that kneecap position. So wherever you're at, try to relax the hips. You're gonna let this knee kind of fall out to the side. Sit up nice and straight and maybe rotate the ankle or point and flex a little bit. See how that feels into the hip. You're still keeping your spine nice and lengthened. And then on an exhale, start to hinge forward just slightly. So we might be able to explore more of a forward fold here. It might be a micro bend in that hip. So think about breathing deeply. Chest is lifted, hinging at the hip crease. And then as you exhale, come back to center. Release that leg down and go ahead and toe heel your feet out nice and wide. So we're gonna come to a wide leg squat position here. Take a deep breath in, and then as you exhale, that same leg that you had on top, so it should be your right leg, you're gonna press that knee out to the side and then turn and look back to the left. So now we're stretching through the inner thigh on that same leg. So it should feeling a little bit of hip opening today. Good. Come back to the center. Keep the back leg, so your right leg is going to drop in, and you're going to keep your body going to that same side that you were just twisting to. So if you were twisting to the left, right? Were you twisting to the left? Maybe? Yes? So now we're going to find a little bit of length into that right hip flexor. Take a nice deep breath in, sweep one or both of your arms up. So sort of a modified lunge position here. This back knee, I'm not too worried about. If it's easier for you to keep the knee straight, you can. But we're looking to find some length into that right hip. So we stretched out the rotators, the inner thigh, and now the hip flexor on the right. So continuing to breathe. Good. As you exhale, with your right arm, reach it towards the chair, up and over, side stretch. Very good. Continuing to breathe, so be mindful of your breath here. Good. Inhale, come back to center, and then exhale, release. Come back to that seated position, toe heel your feet back in, and you can just pump out the ankles a little bit, so just float the heels and then the toes, or march the knees a little bit. And you might notice a difference between sides here. So now we're going to take those same poses on side 2. So that left leg is going to reach towards that figure 4 position. Remember, you can use the towel if you need to. So if you're not able to get it up onto your thigh, you can use the towel to support it below the kneecap. Taking a nice deep breath in to sit tall. So the key is to allow that hip to relax. So you're letting that knee fall out to the side, not moving into pain or discomfort, but just starting to feel some length into the back of the hip and the rotators of the hip. So this might be a good stretch for you. Otherwise, if you want to explore additional length in the hip, you can start to keep your chest lifted, but hinge forward. Couple nice deep breaths here, in and out. Good. Then as you inhale, start to slowly come back up to center. And then as you exhale, release that leg, toe heel both feet out. So you're kind of seated on the edge of your chair. And this time we're going to take that left leg, press it out to the side just slightly. So it should be on the second side. I think it's your left leg. You're going to press that knee out to the side. Good, and then as you exhale, you're gonna turn and look to the right. So a little bit of a stretch through that inner thigh that you're turning away from. Still lifting through the heart, pressing the knee out to the side, breathing into the leg, into the spine as you twist. One more inhale. As you exhale, slowly come up to center. That trailing leg is going to drop in now. So the left leg is going to drop in. Knee can be straight or bent. And you're turning to look to the right. Stretching out the front of that left hip now. Good. Inhale, one or both arms reach up. So lunging, high lunge position if that knee is relatively straight. Softening the tops of the shoulders. Tightening up the glute on the left. Kind of pressing the front of that left hip forward. And then as you exhale, reach your left arm up and over towards the chair, side stretch. So depending on restrictions around the hip, you might feel that more in kind of the front or towards the side of the hip and also into the side of the trunk. Continuing to breathe, doing your best not to hold your breath. Big inhale, sweep the arm up. As you exhale, release it down. Slowly turn back to center. And then toe heel your feet back in so they're about hips distance apart. And we'll do just a couple of standing poses today if that's okay. So go ahead and come to standing. And then you can walk around to the back of your chair or whatever you're comfortable with. So we'll first just come to our standing mountain pose. So your feet are going to be about a fist distance apart. So if you prefer sort of a wider base of support, see if you can come in about hips distance apart. Palms are forward. We have that heart opening position here. Shoulder blades draw down and back. And then as you inhale, reach your arms up over your head. As you exhale, hands to heart center, letting go of tension or worry today. Inhale, reach your arms up. This time as you exhale, keep lifting through your hands, but let your shoulders fall down away from your ears. On your next inhale, let's see if we can float the heels, even if it's just a half an inch. Try lifting your heels off the floor so you're balancing kind of on the balls of your feet. Good. Then as you exhale, sink your heels down, hands to heart center and squat down. So just a baby squat position here. Tucking the tailbone under, modification of chair pose. Heart is lifted. So imagine that chair behind you. Belly is in. Good. Then as you exhale, mountain pose, palms forward. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, drop those shoulders down. Reach through your fingertips. Inhale, float your heels. Find a focal point or drishti here. Couple more breaths, holding and balancing. Good. As you exhale, sink the heels, chair pose, hands to heart center. Belly is in. Think about tucking your tailbone under. So our tendency is to kind of dump into the low back. So tailbone tucks under, chest stays lifted. Continuing to breathe here. One more inhale. As you exhale, mountain pose. Good. Inhale, reaching up. Look up this time. Exhale, let the shoulders fall down. Reach through the fingertips. Inhale, float your heels. Balancing and holding. 3 breaths, pulling your belly in. Relaxing your face and jaw. Good. As you exhale, sink the heels, chair pose. Hands to heart center, tailbone tucks, heart lifts. Feeling some activation in the legs here. Think about that weight shifting back towards your heels. On an exhale, come up to mountain pose. Good. Inhale the hands to heart center. And we're going to take a variation of tree pose. So we'll start shifting our weight onto the left foot. As you shift your weight to the left, come to kickstand. So heel to the ankle. Pelvis is level here. Hands are at heart center. Chair if you need it. As you inhale, float the arms up. You can keep them above your head or open up your branches to help with balance. Keep pressing into this left leg so your hip here is active. If you want a challenge, you can try floating your toes up or sliding your foot to your calf. So think about that standing leg really grounding you in the pose. And then try to release tension where you don't need it. Good. Use your exhale to slowly release down. So right leg sets on the ground. Circle out that left ankle. And this time we'll do the same thing but with the right leg. So inhale, hands to heart. Kickstand with the left foot. So heel is resting on that inner right ankle. Inhale, send your arms up. If you want, slide the foot up your calf or float the toes. So your key is that your focus is around the standing hip. That right hip is active to keep your pelvis level. You're opening that left knee to the side, finding a focal point, and breathing. Relax your face. As you exhale, release everything down. Come back to mountain pose. In mountain pose, if you're comfortable, blink your eyes closed just for a few breaths. Once again, heart is open. Cleansing breath, inhaling through the nose. Big exhale through the mouth. Inhale, a sense of peace and calm. Exhale, worry or fear. One more time. Inhale, love and kindness. Exhale, anything that's not serving you well today. When you feel ready, go ahead and take a comfortable seat in your chair for our final relaxation here today. So just settle into your chair. We'll do a little bit of loving kindness for our brief meditation. So just settling in, letting your feet relax, the back of your body relaxing on the backrest of the chair. Deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. If allowing the eyes to close or taking the gaze down. Call to mind something that you're grateful for in your life. It can be big or small, subtle or a big impact. Bring that into your heart. Next, take a moment of gratitude for coming to your chair and your mat today, for coming to your yoga practice and taking time to take care of yourself. Release any last remaining thoughts, noticing your breathing, and then just allowing the ground and the chair to support you here in our final relaxation. For the next few moments, there is nothing else left for you to do but be here, present in your chair. Thinking about cultivating kindness and love both on our mats and chairs and off. I invite you to repeat these phrases to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I be safe. May I live with ease. May you give and receive appreciation today. Call to mind someone in your life that you would like to dedicate those same sentiments to. Maybe it's somebody that you have a positive relationship with. Imagine that person sitting in front of you, repeating these phrases to them. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. May you give and receive appreciation today. I think right now we can send these same thoughts to our community, to our state, to the world that we live in. So thinking about that greater sense of community, extending these same feelings to those around us. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you be safe. May you live with ease. May you give and receive appreciation today. When you feel ready, you can slowly invite some movement into your hands and feet. Maybe move your head a little bit from side to side. And then sitting a little bit taller in your chair, just take a moment to find some length into your spine. And then we'll bring the hands together at heart center. Thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.